Good morning everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. We're just going to dive into Cardano right now, but if you're not a member of the Telegram group, do please head over to that group. There's a link in the video below. If you're not a subscriber of the channel, please do subscribe. We bring daily updates across many projects, and we cover multiple projects as well, and we'll hopefully keep you updated with what's going on in the crypto space. Okay, and Cardano is one of those projects that we do cover in our daily update, but I'm just bringing you this separate Cardano video today. You can see that in the channel we have been targeting this downtrend here. This is the 4-hourly time frame here for Cardano, and what I want to do is just make a couple of price predictions today. We have been falling down, okay, and we look to be coming down into the 55 EMA on the daily time frame here. So if we just switch to the 55, I'll show you what I mean. So you can see on the daily time frame here, Cardano was in this falling wedge, and we were being pushed down, and we got under the 20 EMA there, and we were getting repressed, and we kept getting knocked down, and we looked to be coming down to test this 55 EMA. And in the video yesterday, I did say that, you know, all it takes, that's the price trajectory for Cardano. You know, we do technical analysis here, and Cardano was pushing down. We did say that, you know, this is a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern, okay, but it just means coming down, you're testing these levels of support, and we were looking to come down and test this 55 EMA. But as you can see, the news came out about Coinbase, Cardano being on Coinbase Pro, making it accessible to millions of people, and you can see that it's come out the gates and it's absolutely bolted up. It's fell out of our falling wedge and now it's moving up. Okay, so what we're going to do is just dive in and just look at some levels of resistance and levels of potential price targets moving forward. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. What we're going to do is jump onto the 4-hour here. Jump onto the 4-hourly time frame at the moment against the USDT. So what we do, we know that was our top, and this was our local bottom. Okay, so what we do, we drop the fibs on here, guys. Okay, you know how we do it in the channel. So from the top to the bottom, like that. So you know that was our uptrend impulsive move, and this was one big corrective move down to the bottom, and we've started forming this new impulsive move here on the 4-hourly time frame. And you can see what's really positive for Cardano is this bullish cross that we've painted just there. Okay, you know, we've been targeting Cardano for a while now on the channel, and you know that we almost formed that bullish cross just there. And if we'd have formed it there, then you would have seen us push through this falling wedge and move on. But unfortunately, it got rejected there with that Bitcoin correction, and we got pushed down further. And we got under the 20 EMA, and it was acting as a level of resistance, trying to get back through it. This is actually a very bearish pattern, guys, and we were just being pushed down. But then obviously the news came, we broke out, we formed that massive candle. And as you can see, what we're doing, we're hitting resistance on the way up. Okay, so we are hitting resistance. We're currently sitting on a 0.618, which is a golden ratio. Okay, so you're going to see us fight with that for a little bit. But I do believe that if we do get through that level there, which currently sits at $1.29, then I do think that Cardano will go on, okay, and it will reach our price target up there, which is the previous high. I'll mark that for you guys now. So yeah, we should march on to beat that price target up there. Okay, so potentially what is the price prediction for Cardano moving forward? Well, absolutely get to the previous all-time high, providing we can get through this golden ratio. Okay, we have come back down and tested these levels of support now. You can see that we shot out the gates. We almost got to the 0.618 on that initial 4-hour candle just there. We almost got up there, come back down, we back tested this 0.382. Okay, so that was strong because we bounced off it as support. Then we started to struggle around the 0.5 just there, but then we got through it, and now we're coming up and we're looking like we're gonna get through this 0.618, which is a golden ratio, 61% retracement from its previous high, which shows that it's very, very strong. Okay, what potentially could happen as well, at the moment you can see how far away we are from this 4-hourly EMAs. You may see a rejection at this level here at the 0.618, and it may come back down and fall back down and hit the 20 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame as a test. Okay, as a level of support, just a test of support, because what I can do, I can show you a previous time that we painted a 4-hour bullish cross on the 4-hourly time frame, guys. It was a very long time ago. It was way down here, really way down here, guys, that we created that. Okay, and you're looking at a very, very similar pattern to what we did down here. as you can see, we formed this bullish cross here, we shot up, looked like we're going to the moon, we come back down and we tested it as support, just to clarify that we are in an uptrend. You may see something very similar with Cardano moving forward, where okay, it's going to push up, it'll hit that resistance at the 0.618 and it will come back down and test the 20 EMA as support before it continues on its uptrend. Okay, I do believe that Cardano is going to go higher. I do believe that. I believe that we've had this level of consolidation now, but I do believe that we will hit these Fibonacci levels as resistance. So I don't, you know, I could be wrong, but sense is telling me that, you know, we've had a couple of hits up here now. We've had that level of resistance, come back down, that level of resistance, and we look like we're having another go at it now. So that'll be 3 attempts to get through the 0.618, which to me says that this entire move is kind of running out of steam. And then we will probably retrace, just test the 20 EMA there, okay, as a level of support to show that we are in this continuation trend, and then we would be looking to take out that previous high once we get through the 0.618, because as you can see, there won't be much resistance there. There was a little bit of support there on the way down at that 0.786, but we should theoretically, just when you get through the 0.618, it's kind of plain sailing to retrace. There's not a great level of resistance, so to speak. So what we're looking at here is potentially not a definite fact, is potentially that we had a nice surge of volume there as well, which is really healthy, because you don't want to see a move like that with no volume. Okay, we want to see the big push up with volume. Now we're going to consolidate in this range for a little bit, bounce between these levels of resistance and this Fibonacci retracement before we let the EMA catch up. Perfectly healthy retest, especially on the 4 hour, bounce off it and take out that high. That's a possibility what I'm seeing. Okay, so what I want to do is just jump to Cardano versus Bitcoin. So what we're going to do is go on the logarithmic scale and go on to the weekly time frame here, so you can get a broader view of what's going on with Cardano versus Bitcoin. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we pushed up, we broke this downtrend right here a few weeks ago, and we pushed up. Okay, this is way back in January. It broke up. As you see, we moved out, back tested the trend line as support, as you can see there, guys. Okay, we formed a bullish cross on the weekly time frame just there, which is really bullish, and you can see the power that gave us. Okay, so we formed that bullish cross against Bitcoin, gave us that immense amount of power, and we've pushed up and we made that local high at the moment, which is up there at 3,190 sats. But you could see right there, we was coming into a level of resistance, because if you look over here, there was a level of resistance on the way up, and there was a level of support on the way down just there, okay, over a weekly time frame. So we had a couple of weeks of playing at that level, and you can see we actually hit that level right there, okay, and then we fell back down to this level. So what we're going to do now is mark this level right here, because if you look over here to the left, okay, you can see that on the way down in the downtrend, that acted as resistance on the way up. Okay, and now what we say to you in this channel is what acts as resistance on the way up acts as support on the way down. And you can see on the way up we hit a level of resistance there, but marched on through, and now we fell back down to that level of support. We bounced off it lovely, which shows that we are still in an uptrend against Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. For Cardano, we've formed this bullish cross, which is immensely bullish. Okay, really bullish. What we'll look at the RSI, slightly in the overbought trajectory, but that's not too bad. It's sitting slightly high there. Anything above 70 is really overbought, so you do want to keep an eye on that. The MACD is looking relatively healthy. The histogram's bullish. The lines are a little bit high, so you may be looking at a turn there, but it does look good. But what we're doing now, we're coming up against a former level of resistance on the Bitcoin chart. Right here, you can see we'll mark that, because that is acting as a level of resistance, and we do need to see ourselves push through that, because over here you can see multiple levels of resistance as we were falling in the previous market in January. We kept trying to get back above it and got knocked down. So that was a really crucial level of resistance right there where we're currently sat. So if we was to surge through that now on Cardano and push through, then I would expect we'd just shoot straight to the previous high versus Bitcoin. Once we take out that high, if we can, you may see us sort of range around it for a little bit, but once we take out that high, then we have this level of resistance right there. Okay, so you could see us push up further for Cardano to that level of resistance, and then obviously after that you've got these levels of resistance and that high all the way there. So potentially, if during this bull run, this market, Cardano appreciated and got to its previous all-time high, which is not out of the question versus Bitcoin. If it was to get to its previous all-time high against Bitcoin, you would be looking at a 281% trade versus Bitcoin from this point. Okay, so it does look good. It looks positive for Cardano. There's lots of stuff going on with the Cardano project, as you know. It is a fantastic project. Okay, it is showing signs of a reversal. It's painted this bullish cross. Potentially you may be looking for a retest of these EMAs, and that might be what's going on at the moment. This 20 EMAs creeping up to this price, you see that? So you may see us kind of get rejected for a little bit in here, backtest this EMA before we start getting through these levels and these highs. So what we'll do, we'll drop the fib levels on this as well, guys, and you'll see that where we're hitting this resistance will more likely be the Fibonacci retracement levels as well. Okay, so you know how we do it on the channel. You go from the top. So yeah, just looking at the Fibonacci retracement, you can see we are sort of hovering around there. We're acting as support. So I would definitely target the 0236 as a level of support now for Cardano versus Bitcoin. And as we push up, you can see we are in this Fibonacci retracement levels, and you will see us hitting that one there is on the 05 as well. If we can get through this golden ratio, then Cardano will just surge to its previous high against Bitcoin, and you will see that 280% appreciation versus Bitcoin. So as Cardano moves up now, just target these levels in your Fibonacci retracement. You know how to do it, guys. Come from the top to the bottom, roughly down there with your Fibonacci, and then you can target these levels here, and you will see a lot of resistance at these levels moving up. Right now we are bouncing off this level of support, so that's really good that we are moving through these levels, back testing the support. This is on the weekly time frame, and we're slowly creeping up to that previous high for Cardano. So that looks really good for Cardano. So we'll jump back to the USDT chart, guys. So on the 4-hourly time frame here, guys, I'm just going to throw a little experiment off on the 4-hourly time frame. You can see we broke out of this positive. We may have already formed the impulsive and corrective wave here. Okay, on the 4-hourly time frame, you know how we do it on the channel. So from here, from the bottom, which was there, we went up and we formed that impulsive wave. Okay, so let's just do that, and I'll zoom in for you guys a little bit so you can see a bit better, like that. So we've gone up in this impulsive wave here. We've had a corrective wave there. You see the wick down there, the red candle where we hit the bottom, come down where we hit the bottom. And we're now forming the next impulsive wave. Okay, so we move off there like that, up from that bottom there, and we're forming the next impulsive wave. And you can see where our target is there. It's up to roughly the previous high, guys. So we may see that next impulsive wave take us all the way up there. Do keep an eye on that level there, because we may hit that 0618 and fall back. So that potentially would mean that this whole move is one big impulsive wave. Okay, but if that was an impulsive wave, a corrective wave, and we are now forming this next impulsive wave, you may see us push up to that high. Okay, that is our target anyway, that high, but it's a case of when do we get there? Were we going to see pullbacks and consolidation before we actually eventually get there? We will get there, because we've broke out this falling wedge, and a high percentage of the time when you fall out of a pattern like this and break outwards, you do come back up to where you fell into it, which is at this point up here. So, or potentially this point here, but I would expect us to push on to that high, guys. Okay, most definitely get towards that high, that previous high for Cardano. So what I'm going to do is, just as a long thought process and as a long-term price prediction now, I'm just going to tidy this up. So in the short term, we are targeting this high here, okay, a retest of this high, get up there. Obviously we're going to run into a bit of resistance, but I do expect us to get up to that high and take it out. Okay, what we're going to do is a little bit of an experiment now. You know that just here we formed a bullish cross. Okay, so the last time we formed a bullish cross on the 4-hourly time frame was way down here, guys. Okay, this level just there, which was 34 cents, and you know from that level there we appreciated. From that level there where we formed that bullish cross, we appreciated up to there to the high, 333% for Cardano. So you can see that we went up from that point there, 333%. Okay, we shot right up from this bullish cross that was formed down there. It took 28 days. So what we'll say is a thought experiment now. We'll do another 333% appreciation over 28 days from this bullish cross that's just been formed there. Just as a guide, guys. So you see I've got to drag this down, and that gives us a $4.75 Cardano token if we was to appreciate that much, guys, from this point. 333% from here up to that new all-time high over 28 days. Not an exact science, it's just something that you look at in the charts, a rinse repeat pattern. You know, these bullish crosses do give an enormous amount of power to any momentum. We are in a bull market, so this is possible. This is actually quite possible. So watch this space. Watch this space. Yeah, so that's a potential play for Cardano. Don't take it as financial advice. It's just something we like to thought experiment on this channel. We are looking positive. Do keep an eye on them fib levels going up, guys, for Cardano, obviously, that I've spoken about. And obviously keep an eye going forward. So what we'll do, we'll just target some levels that we could potentially fall back to if that was not the impulsive move. Okay, if we're looking at a retracement now, a corrective move for Cardano. So if this is a impulsive move and we're now looking at the corrective move, okay, we could see a retracement back down to the 0.618. So we could see a retracement down to that $1.11 for Cardano. Failing that, then I would definitely target these levels here, guys. If you start to see a blow off top here and a retracement, then definitely target these fib levels as your buyback zone. We have painted this bullish cross. You may see us fall back and test the EMA, which would be perfectly healthy. And I would imagine if it was to do that just here, you would see us bounce off one of these Fibonacci levels. Okay, so that's just a quick update on Cardano. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I will keep you updated in my daily update on Cardano moving forward. So do please subscribe to the channel and check that video out every day. It's usually the first video that comes out on the channel every morning. Okay, cheers, take care, bye bye.